In my proposal, I wanted to make sure I'd made it clear about the concept of my project and potential research targets that I could develop throughout my project. In the proposal, I first started talking about my target audience, where I'd established certain elements of target audience such as age, gender, and other elements such as ethnicity. These are vital throughout the target audience process, and I hope overall will inform my F&P products and productions. In product concept during my proposal, I discussed what I was going to make and what research I would need to conduct in order to inform my product production. I tried to go in as much detail as I possibly could with the 200 word space I had been given. The next part of my proposal was how my work would be evaluated and reviewed. I discussed a weekly diary and potentially peer feedback as the weeks go on. In reflection, I could have put more detail into the evaluation part of my proposal. In my research, I gathered many theories that would complement my work and inform it, such as the graphic designer guide colour to psychology of colour, which informed my colour and which ultimately helped me make informed decisions about the colour schemes on my fanzine. I also looked at other theories such as typography theory, which helped me distinguish different fonts, and ultimately helped me to decide which suited my fanzine the best, such as the Game of Thrones font. Overall, this theory was very helpful in making my work looking the best as I could possibly make it. The one theory that wasn't as helpful was perhaps the photography composition theory, as I ended up not taking any of my own original images and just rendering the ones I had found, by using different Photoshop skills as I demonstrate in my problem-solving process. After my theories, I went on to contextual research of Game of Thrones. This involved me looking at the books and the series and distinguishing the difference for my audience and myself. I went on to making my own SurveyMonkey to gather my own data for my research. This was helpful as I got direct data from my target audience and direct answers to inform my work. I then went on to problem solving, where I had to identify potential issues that I would encounter. After completing problem solving, I then moved on to planning and preparation for my fanzine. This involved talking about visual and artistic plans such as layouts and graphics and demonstrating my organisational skills such as planning and schedules. This is my complete double-page spread of Daenerys. As you can see, this double-page spread has an article, an image, and different types of text. I tried to make each double-page spread different from the other. This is different as the background has a sky background blended together with the blend tool and Photoshop. And what research I like this effect because it matched with her character as she's the mother of dragons, so I thought a sky background would be fitting. I tried to include house sigils for each double-page spread, for example, the Targaryen, to fit with the codes and conventions of House Targaryen. Overall, I am happy with this double-page spread, however I wish I could fill in the white space slightly more if I had more time. This is the front cover of my Game of Thrones fanzine. I liked it because I included as many characters as possible in my front cover and my back cover. I liked the effect I used on Photoshop as it made the images look quite different to any other Game of Thrones fanzine I had seen. Within the titles and the text, I tried to use minimal writing as possible to make focus on the images that I took so much time editing on Photoshop. I am very happy how this turned out. This double-page spread is my contents page and my map of Westeros. Overall, I'm very happy how this double page turned out. I think it looks clean and professional. The only thing I would add is perhaps more imagery and text in the white space surrounding the two texts. This is the double page spread where I discussed Jon Snow and the House of Stark from Game of Thrones. My favourite element of this double page spread is the rustic vintage paper look on the background. The reason for this is that I feel like this double page spread looks like it could be a prop from the series. I also like how the article has been laid out. I found how to do this in my problem solving. However, I do feel like many of my double page spreads, there is a lot of white space which I could have filled. Overall, I'm happy the way this double page spread has turned out and perhaps my favourite page. This is my double page spread on Tyrion Lannister. As you can see, this page is a lot eerier and darker than most of my other pages. I did this because this suited House Lannister, even though Tyrion was quite a good character in the show. My favourite element of this double page spread is the white font used against the black background, as I feel the font stands out and pops the audience eye. In reflection, I wish I'd changed the colour of fonts on the other double page spreads rather than just this one. My favourite element of my fanzine is perhaps my main images and my written articles. I'm very pleased the way my fanzine has turned out and is something I'm happy to showcase.